Good, happy Wednesday evening. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast. Let's get started. First up, OSHA investigates crash involving construction lift in Rochester. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR News 9.
Imagine driving down the street, the sun in your eyes, when suddenly you come upon a hydraulic lift with the basket and its driver inside hanging right in front of your windshield. Well, police say that's what happened, and they add that the outcome of this could have been much worse. The Jaws of Life removed sidebars from this lift bucket Wednesday morning so its driver could be safely pulled out. The industrial vehicle still in the southbound lane of Rochester's South Main Street hours later, along with a smashed up white car that hit it. The scene left undisturbed until the Occupational Safety and Health Administration could arrive. According to police, the lift was driving up the shoulder of the road, turning into the walkway to the public library to fix the roof when the collision occurred.
Equipment stalled, leaving the bucket in the roadway, and the gentleman driving the car, due to the sun glare, didn't see it and struck the bucket.
People nearby heard the accident.
It was just a huge bang, so everybody rushed outside to see.
The lift driver was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries.
If it was a bigger vehicle, there probably would have been more severe injuries.
All around a close call that police on the scene say might have been preventable.
Probably have some better flagging going on as this lift that has a 20-foot extension comes out into the travel portion of the roadway. Of course, the sun didn't help, but having better people directing the traffic or stopping the traffic would have definitely helped the situation.
The extent of the lift driver's injuries isn't clear. The other driver was not injured, and OSHA is investigating to see if appropriate protocols were followed. Reporting live in Portsmouth, Jennifer Crompton, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Light snow expected to fall during Thursday morning commute. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9.
Hi, thanks for joining us here on the web. I'm meteorologist Josh Judge with a look at your snow chances that are on the way in the next 12 to 36 hours as we take a look at several chances here. I'll look at clear skies tonight, but they're getting overspread by clouds during the nighttime hours. And here's your next weather system, a weak little clipper system moving through the Great Lakes this evening, but pulling in during the morning commute. So it's not a big system, but the timing will be a bit on the rough side. After this system gets through, temperatures back into the 40s here for Friday. So another nice day on the way for Friday. Here comes that system moving on through. And then as we get into Saturday for Christmas Eve day and the first day of Hanukkah, another system which could bring a mix of some rain and snow. Here's a look at the clouds overspreading the region tonight. The snow on our doorsteps first thing in the morning, between about 5 and 8 o'clock in the morning is when most of us see that snow move in. It could be on again, off again, as you see here. And then with one final push, it pulls away during the early to mid-afternoon hours. So it's not an all-day thing, and it may not be steady. It may start and stop a few different times. Some leftover flurries in the mountains. And then we clear out, go back to sunshine. Another day. Remember how we just had a nice day for today on Wednesday, another day similar to it on Friday. Then another system, sort of an every other day thing here on Saturday, Christmas Eve day. And as I mentioned, first day of Hanukkah, clouding up. And then here comes some rain and or snow. It all depends on the timing. Today's data indicating it moves in during the mid to late morning. And that means more of a chance of rain, especially in the southern part of the state, or snow to the north. But if it comes a little earlier, it could be in the form of snow. So we'll watch that as we get closer. As for Thursday's snow, which could mix a little bit in southeastern New Hampshire toward the end, we're talking about a coating to an inch or so in these parts of the states. You get to the north and west of Concord and the Lakes region and Nashua, and all of a sudden the chances for snow go up to a good amount of spots, getting an inch, maybe two in some locations in that hilly terrain. Temperatures tonight down to the 20 to 25 range in most of the state as the clouds take over the skies, and as the snow will be around at times in the morning and midday hours for tomorrow, those temperatures will be in the mid or upper 30s south of the White Mountains and lower 30s to the north. But then on Friday, as I mentioned, a much nicer day, similar to what we saw on Wednesday, with more sunshine and mild temperatures. And your extended forecast for the holiday, check it out. I mentioned that mixed precipitation, a possibility on Saturday, should be fairly light. And then on Sunday for Christmas Day, some sunshine will be around. Temperatures a little bit above average for this time of year. And then another weak system. Right now, the timing looks like late Monday or Monday night into early Tuesday. The above average temperature regime, for the most part, holds for the foreseeable future now for a little while. Not way above average, but a little bit above average. And that is your forecast. We thank you for joining us. Hope you have a great rest of the week.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Trump's doctor, if something happens to him, then it happens to him, calls Clinton old lady. Let's take a listen to this video from ABC News.
You could push that button, skip the paperwork, and get a mortgage solution in minutes. Lift the burden of getting a home loan with Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans.
The inauguration just less than a month away. Everyone is wondering who will perform. Well, Saturday Night Live last weekend poking fun at reports that Donald Trump is struggling to attract A-list talent for that task. So let's take a look first.
I put together a list of people who've agreed to perform at your inauguration. It's
so many great names here, really. I love them both.
All right, Cecilia Vega joins us now. One of the names that's been floated recently is Andrea Bocelli, the Italian vocalist. What have you heard about that?
Well, I don't think he's actually on that little piece of paper that the fake Kellyanne Conway happened to Donald Trump. In fact, I don't think that SNL clip might be that far off. It turns out so far there aren't any A-list celebrities that have signed on, at least at this point, to perform at any of the official events. And Andrea Bocelli, that what we're hearing is not going to be there. So the backstory is there were these reports that he was going to perform, and then he got all kinds of public backlash for that. There was this boycott Bocelli movement online. His fans lashed out. Donald Trump's team says, look, it wasn't Andrea Bocelli that backed out, that Donald Trump came to him and said, we're friends, you don't have to do this, but he's definitely not going to be there. You know, I look at these past inaugurations. I was at Barack Obama's second one, and there were Beyonce was there, all kinds of celebrities were there. We're not going to see that this time around for this one, I don't think. Donald Trump says, look, this one's about the people, it's not about celebrities.
Yeah.
Different one, different tone entirely, I think.
But that weekend at Sun, they're linked to an event, the inauguration weekend, and what's going on with that?
Yeah, this thing is getting a lot of pay. But basically, there are accusations that they're trying to sell proximity to the White House, and it doesn't look good. Ethicists are very upset by what they're seeing. So we've got this invitation. It was a brochure, essentially, that was posted early on, an initial brochure. You can see it right there. The two Trump sons, adult Trump sons' names are on it. Essentially, this is a high-dollar fundraiser that said if you donate $1 million, you can go out hunting with the two Trump sons, and you know, their names are right there on that invitation. So people are saying, what does this mean? You're trying to like sell access to us, sell access to Donald Trump. The Trump administration is saying, hold off here, guys. The family didn't know about this. Donald Trump didn't know about this. The family certainly isn't pushing for this. But you know, the reality is the two Trump sons' names were on. They're connected to this organization in the filing papers. So a lot of big questions. It just doesn't look good.
It's a fine line.
Yeah.
Right. Very fine line.
Thank you.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Asian stocks mixed. ASX adds 0.3%. KOSPI up 0.1%. Nikkei down 0.3%. Asian markets were mixed on Thursday, aimed center pre-holiday trade after the Dow failed to reach the 20,000 mark overnight. It's official. Clinton sweeps Trump in popular vote. Let's take a listen to this video from CNN.
In Florida today, Donald Trump receiving his first intelligence briefing of the week, 2 days after a Christmas market rampage in Germany raised new fears of terrorism around the world.
It's not an attack on humanity. That's what it is. It's an attack on humanity. And it's got to be stopped.
At his Mar-a-Lago retreat, Trump meeting with his incoming national security chief, Michael Flynn, and other generals, while making his first comments on the Berlin attack that killed 12 and injured dozens.
What's going on is terrible. We have intelligence here right now. What's going on is terrible.
Trump's aides were sending the signal that the president-elect is keeping apprised of the heightened holiday alert. He drew fire from the intelligence community earlier this month for saying he sees no value in receiving the Presidential Daily Brief, or PDB, every day.
I don't have to be told the same thing and the same words every single day for the next 8 years. Could be 8 years, but 8 years. I don't need that.
Set to take office in just 30 days, Trump's advisors are mindful of the optics surrounding his security briefings. Trump, who proposed a Muslim ban 1 year ago before softening his position later, was asked about it again today.
You know my plans all along, and I've been proven to be right, 100% correct. What's happening is faithful.
Yet in the face of rising challenges with global terror threats, Trump started his day once again, still defensively tweeting about his victory in the Electoral College. I would have done even better in the election, if that is possible, if the winner was based on popular vote, but would campaign differently. He went on to boast that he spent far less money on his win than Hillary Clinton did on her loss. His tweets often may be designed to change the subject, and one subject the transition is eager to change, concerns about conflicts of interest. The latest example, 2 of Trump's sons signing on with an inauguration event promising access to the president-elect for $1 million donation. Transition officials said today that Eric and Don Jr. would not participate, but it raised questions about pay for play, which Trump often railed against on the campaign trail.
Drain the swamp. We're going to drain the swamp of Washington. We're going to have fun doing it. We're all doing it together.
But drain the swamp may no longer be a Trump signature line. At least that's what former House Speaker Newt Gingrich told NPR.
I'm told he now disclaims that. He now says it was cute, but he doesn't want to use it anymore.
That so-called swamp also may not be draining. His former campaign manager, Corey Lewandowski, announced today he was setting up a consulting shop a block from the White House, inside the same building that houses the Trump Transition Office.
Okay, and there you go on that report. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Wednesday night. Good night, everyone. Bye.